It's that time of year again. Merry Christmas. It has been quite the year. It has been pretty crazy. Oh my gosh. And so many good things has happened. And I just want to take a minute to appreciate that and talk about some goals that I hope to achieve this year. Did I do them? Did I make it happen? And I want to talk about goals I have for next year. In addition to that, I'm going to give away something kind of special. So let's get into it. You know the type of guy that was a jock in high school but ended up becoming a huge nerd? You know, someone that's not afraid to make a fool of themselves on the internet. And someone that likes to shoot Polaroid a little too much. Did I say huge nerd? You know, just an ordinary, everyday guy. Well, that's me. I'm just another Chris. I got sent the wrong size. This sweatshirt is gigantic. This thing's so freaking huge. Pretty bummed. Side note, this is the one that Drax was wearing from Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. I tracked it down, but it's too big. I'm a little sad. I want to take a moment and talk about my goals from last year. I had not too many from last year, but some of the main big ones was for this channel to grow. And boy, did it grow. So my goal for 2021 was to hit a subscriber count of 5,000, and I did it. And I couldn't thank you enough. I mean, thank you so much for coming along this journey. And so last year I set a goal to double it, and it happened. Oh my gosh, it happened in October. October is just a great month for me. I love it so much. It's the start of a great season of holidays. I've really been busting my butt this year, just moving pretty quickly. So I just decided to pause and take a breath and look back and realize how far I've actually come. I opened a studio space this year. I bet on myself, and here I am. Just beginning. I still feel it's still in the early stages. I've moved in, I've got things set up and been creating quite a bit of stuff utilizing this space, but I am only scratching the surface. There's so much I want to do with this space, and hopefully I'm able to achieve that. I've met a lot of new people and made some fun connections with you guys, talking with you in the comments, growing the Discord, creating the Spitfire Club, and really getting to connect with you guys one-on-one during our monthly Zoom calls. Yeah, we get face-to-face over there. It's been so much fun. One of the things that I've never been great at is connecting with people online. And one of my goals for this year was to break out of that shell. I'm normally a lurker. I'll watch other people's YouTube videos and that's it. I don't leave comments. I don't engage. And this year I wanted to change that and start connecting with people on a deeper level. And that's another reason why I created the Spitfire Club, was to do just that. And starting the Discord, which I did late last year. I started a podcast finally. Just another podcast. I've been saying I've been going to start that thing for like the last 5 years, and I just went for it, and it's been going really, really well. And last year, one of the things that I had mentioned was I was going to start giving away something to one of you lovely viewers, and I wanted to make it a surprise. So if you remember from last year's little Christmas video I did, I shared with you for the first time ever, actually, of something I usually do for my family. And that's my buckets. Chris's world famous Knick-Knack Shack buckets, to be exact. I fill them with just fun, random things, usually for laughs. So this year I chose Heather, somebody that I connected with on a little bit of a deeper level, and someone that I've been very much enjoying getting to know. And so let's take a look at what I threw in her bucket this year. First things up is this. This right here is the Retrospekt custom camera made by them. These don't come up for sale often. People tend to hang on to these. So when I saw this, I knew exactly where it was going to go. More accurately, who it was going to go to. And the reason being is this is her favorite color. She has a Jeep Wrangler in this color and just a bunch of other things. So when I saw it, I knew exactly who it was going to. Pack of 600 film to get her started, and it's also the color frames. She's a huge Disney fan. She lives and breathes Disney. She even has a job with Disney. I don't want to share too much of her personal life and stuff because, I mean, that's boundaries, right? So her and I have been on the hunt for Disney film, the 600 film they made back in like 2019. And that stuff has been long gone, and she has some, and she's very low on it. Well, we were able to find a couple extra packs this year, but That was the last of it, and I've never seen it ever again. But Instax makes some Disney film. So I got her 2 boxes of this because she has an Instax mini camera. Hopefully we'll fill that void. And some candy, because candy. I wanted to get her something that was pretty unique, that's never existed before. So I decided to make her something. Hopefully she likes this, but it's her as Rey from Star Wars. Yeah, looks like she was at Disneyland and dressed up as Rey, which is pretty awesome. So I whipped this little one-of-a-kind, one-of-one action figure of her. I think it's pretty cool. Hopefully she enjoys it. And if you guys want to see how I even made this and put it together, there is a video over in the members area, and I do a quick little tutorial showing you how I did it. Link in the description if you're curious. There's a few other things in here, but I think I'm just gonna save that just for her. That's what I put in this year's Chris's world famous Knick Knack Shack bucket. Now let's send it back on over to me and somewhere else in the studio. The last couple of years have been it's been a struggle. I've had a kind of an uphill battle the last like 3 or 4 years with lots of things. Doing this YouTube channel has been kind of an escape in a sense, to where I can kind of focus on something fun and not really a stressful thing. It was always an outlet for me to share some of my interests and my hobbies. And that's how I've always approached YouTube anyway, to be honest. And my day job is I, do it for other people. I shoot their videos, I edit their videos, or their podcasts, or whatever it might be. And that stuff is, I mean, it's a job, as you would expect. It has its perks and also its headaches. And now I'm starting to feel like this YouTube channel is on the up and up, and I'm starting to see revenue, which has been really fun. And I mean monetary revenue, that is. For the first time ever, last month, I made enough that it paid my rent. I think that's just pretty great, and gives me a lot of hope for next year on what could potentially be on the horizon. A lot more opportunities are opening up, and which is great because I have a big space here and I want to utilize it for some of these opportunities. So I want to take a moment and just share some of my goals for next year that honestly do involve you. Yeah. First thing on my list, and it's almost ready. I'm about 60% done, maybe even 70% done. And that is, I believe, the first ever instant photography masterclass, a course that I'm creating that will teach you if you are struggling with shooting instant photography. I'll walk you through how to use the cameras in different scenarios, not just how that camera operates, but I will be taking you out into the real world and showing you how to shoot this stuff in different conditions, outside in the sun, at night, overcast, things like that. My camera recommendations and so much more. There's even going to be a live workshop that you'll be able to attend. It's going to be great. I'm so excited. The next goal, which is huge one, and this also includes you. In the summer of 2023, that's my goal, is to host a physical instant photography or just photography in general meetup here at my studio. Multi-day events with tons of activities, locations that we can go to and shoot, as well as one pretty epic party. Yeah, a little after dark party here. And you can also be a part of me creating some videos here on the channel, as well as live streams. I think it'd be really fun to host a little live studio audience episode, like maybe do a game thing. I don't know. I'm still working on that, and that is going to be coming though. It's one of my biggest goals that I have for next year. Really looking forward to tackling, because it's going to be a challenge. The next one is pretty basic. I want to double my subscribers every single year. And now I'm approaching 20,000 as my double, and it's feasible. I've done some math and I think I can actually do it based on my current. But every year I want to double my subscriber count, because that just means more opportunities that I'm able to provide you guys and gals. I also want to grow this Bitfire Club. There's a lot of great people in there, like-minded individuals that were sharing ideas and creating goals for each other, being able to answer questions on the fly, on the spot, as well as having your voice heard. I know some of us don't have many people that share the same interests. Like me, I only know 2 people that live here near me that shoot instant photography, and they're the only ones that I really got to talk to and go hang out with. So creating a Spitfire Club and doing our Zoom meetings and our calls is a way for us to hang out as friends and educate each other and be able to learn. It's been quite the ride to this point, but at the same time, it feels like I'm just starting, like I've just hit my stride. I finally am at a point where I can start doing some things I've always wanted to do, and that is quite a great feeling. Now, one of my bigger goals I was hoping to achieve this year, I didn't get to achieve, and that was creating the Mythbuster series, Just Another Myth. And that was actually kind of a viewer brainstorm session I did during one of my live streams last year. And it was taking misconceptions or just urban legends, if you will, of instant photography and other things. SX70 versus 600 film. Is SX70 actually better? Or frog tongue? Or shaking your photo like a Polaroid picture, does it actually matter? Things like that. I was hoping to do that this year. I even started creating some of the props and things because I'm actually was going to do it like a full production show. I didn't get to do that this year. So it's still on deck for next year. So that is on the top of my list to make happen for 2023. It's in there. It's in the mix. Top 5, I would say. I was able to do a lot of fun things this year. Many trips. Got to go visit my friend Dave. Got to go down to the Stranger Things experience in San Francisco. Not only that, I was able to make a new friend there. One of the actresses tracked me down afterwards, and now we're pretty good friends. We talk quite frequently. And I also, again, I really want to thank every one of you. I know it's kind of cliche for a content creator to be like, thank you so much for watching my videos. You've heard it a million times, but honestly, it's true. It's not something that people just say. It's an honest fact. If it wasn't for you, legitimately, I would not be sitting here in my own studio space. I'd be out there probably flipping burgers somewhere. Mental health is a big deal and very important to be aware of. And if it wasn't for you guys, I probably would be in a lot darker place, especially after a lot of these things have gone down over the last several years. And I'll be talking about this stuff pretty openly in the podcast. But I really am appreciative of every single one of you that has come along this ride thus far. Seriously, from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Now, this isn't the last video of the year. I have a couple others on deck ready to go, as well as my annual year-end live stream where I build out my favorite photos from that year. It's always a great and fun one. So be on the lookout for that, because that one's a blast. We just hang out, we chat, look at photos. It's just a lot of fun. I hope to see you there. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a great holiday, and I'll see you in the next video. Now, get out there, make some art.